Introducing managing. Each user has the same privilege. Sorry, I was reading something that YouTube just literally sent me a message while I was going live. But mic is hot. We are live with another one, guys. Live with another one, guys. Okay. Welcome to the channel. Okay. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Changes are coming. Changes are coming to the UFC, guys. Okay. Dana White did make his, his media appearances, as he does usually right after a big announcement like this, especially, the real announcement that everybody, really been waiting for is that TV deal announcement. Finally got it. And now he's making his appearances. How you doing, Hassan? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Hopefully you have a good one. Blessed to you. And welcome back, man. But Dana White making his media appearances now. There was a few questions that they did ask, but they didn't ask enough questions. Okay? Now, the media did ask, specific questions like, hey, now that the UFC has this new TV deal with Paramount and you guys are moving forward with, a new model, right? No pay-per-views. How do you see the fighters and fighter pay moving forward? I mean, they asked similar questions of that nature, but Dana White, he didn't really go into specific details. Actually, if I could recollect, I think Dana White said, "That is not my. That's not something I have my hands on." Okay, well, that's why we have these young accountants. That's why they're here for. They'll delegate the money the way it's supposed to go. That's basically what Dana White says. And Dana privilege. You're right, Hassan. You are absolutely right. Flush or leave it. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. JJ is something he has his hands on. That's crazy. How you doing, Summer? Hopefully you're having a good one. Jason9, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay? It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. What are you doing? Support your community. The way Dana pay his fighters, that motherfucker is definitely Jewish. Damn, Jason9 going in with the low blows. He's starting off hot. Jason9 is starting off hot. I usually just wipe and walk off. OMG. Daniel Sports Highlight. How you doing? Morning to you as well. All right. Morning to you as well. Hopefully you're having a good one. All right. Blessings to you. Dana is Zionist. I'm a boy, by the way. That is awesome. Awesome summer, girl, boy, whatever you are. You know what I mean? Welcome to your channel and welcome to your chat, okay? All right, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of there's a lot of questions that I thought the media would be asking, but they didn't ask enough questions, and Dana White was definitely vague. Okay? Definitely vague. He was acting as if, he was swimming through murky waters, almost as if he has no idea how this is going to move forward when it comes to the, fighters. We have to sit down and talk about it, in the circle of trust. like that's basically what Dana White was saying. Totally vague. It blew my mind. Actually, one thing that Dana White did say that the UFC fighters, they will get incentivized is that their bonuses will be going up. So I believe they get like $50,000 bonuses, I believe, I believe if you knock somebody out $50,000 or whatnot. So that's what Dana White says. Dana White says that definitely the bonuses will be going up. I wonder. I wonder. Can you marry me? Ever rub peanut butter on yourself and let the cat lick it off? Weirdo. His beard is so hot. I used to slap you up in middle school. LOL. You used to slap me up in middle school. I've never ever have gotten slapped up in middle school. Never. Never in my life. Never in my life. Uh the only thing that I can honestly remember, to be honest with you, is when I was like about 12 years old, right? When I was about 12 years old, right? Uh when I couldn't even defend myself, really. Um some people had planned something on me unbeknownst to me, right? And this kid just totally choked me out. He grabs me and he chokes me. He slams my head on the wall. And I remember my cousin, my older cousin, because I believe this guy was older. This kid was older. I think he was like 2 years older or something like that. Not much, but he was like 2 years older. And my cousin, he was his age, and my cousin was a lot bigger than he was. And my cousin, he hit the block real quick, and he was gonna do something. And I guess my cousin was like, he's young. He's about 14, 15 years old. And I guess because my cousin's size, compared to this kid who just thought he could beat up on a smaller person, his father intervened, and his father was like, "Well, if you're gonna fight my son, I'm gonna fight you." And his father was willing to fight a 15-year-old. Bunch of fucking cowards. And to be honest with you, everybody around that area are a bunch of fucking losers and cowards. They got raided. All right, police went in there, raided the whole place. All right, selling drugs. Okay, a bunch of motherfucking just monkeys. Okay, just straight up banana monkeys. All right, straight up. That's all I gotta say about these Spanish folks. Okay, all right. Honestly, just a bunch of banana monkeys, man. All right, and that's honestly the only thing that I can recollect that actually ever happened to me, that I could actually look back and say, damn, somebody did get something over me, and damn, I was 12 years old. I was a young me, man. So yeah, never ever have I gotten taken advantage of in middle school. Never ever, never, never, never. Okay. Are you single? My name is Storm. Holla. Do you play Roblox? No, I don't play Roblox. Hi from Mexico. Javier, welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. All the way from Mexico. What part of Mexico are you at, Javier? Blessings from me to you. Okay. Yeah, man. And you already know. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Banana Republic. Facts. Jason9 says facts. Daddy is mine. Whoa, you guys are about to get blocked real quick, guys. Okay, that's a good way to get blocked. Who dresses you? Love the shirt. Let me tell you something. I don't know who dresses me. I just wake up this way, guys. To be honest with you, I just wake up this way. All right, and this is it, guys. This is it. This is what this is actually. I don't even pick out the clothes. The clothes pick me out, and actually, I don't even put on the clothes. The clothes just jump on top of me. You know what I mean? It's just it's a weird world that I live in. I tell you. But yeah, guys. I mean, going back to Dana White and this whole media press conference and really this whole debacle, to be honest with you, because I'm sitting back wondering, okay, well, if Dana White doesn't really know, right, how the UFC fighters are going to get paid and how that whole percentage situation is going to work out moving forward, especially after the move, the new move to Paramount, $7.7 billion. I just wonder, okay, well, since you don't know the fine detail, how much are going to be those UFC bonuses? I mean, you can say you're going to raise it from 50,000 to 100,000, but I mean, is that? I mean, I don't. I'm not sure. Like, is that even the right way to do things? Give more bonuses? How about like guaranteeing money for the fighters? Fuck the bonuses. How about guaranteeing money for the fighters? Does that sound like too far-fetched? Somebody says you are Hassan Piker's cousin. I don't even know who that is. He woke up hot. I want to jump on his lap. Half napkin, half picnic blanket. Very useful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's your glasses prescription? I'm interested in buying them. Thank you so much. I'm interested in buying him. Hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Edward from Cleveland, Ohio. The first thing that came to mind, Edward, when I heard Cleveland, Ohio, the first thing that came to mind, I can't even lie to you, is that Machine Gun Kelly song. I can't even lie. Is him is like that Machine Gun Kelly song is going. I could hear it now. Just it's a song about Ohio. That literally, as soon as I read that, that's the first thing that came to mind was that Machine Gun Kelly song. And let me tell you something. After I get off this live, I might just play that shit while I take a shit because that song hits. Okay, it really does. But let me read. Let me see. Ben Askren didn't even have health care from Dana. Sad. Yeah, man. It's a sad situation, man. Especially with the whole situation when it comes to Ben Askren. He is making a healthy recovery. I am following him step by step. And I'll tell you what, guys, Ben Askren needs to be voted Fighter of the Year for 2026. He has to be Comeback Fighter of the Year. Excuse me. He has to be Comeback Fighter of the Year 2026. Ben Askren. I made a whole live about it. And let's push for that, guys. UFC needs to pay based on where fighters is from. Too few UFC fighters able to make it. I hear you, Z. I hear you. Ice is on the way. West Coast for life says Ice is on the way. Shooter Sanders. These Dagestani guys can live like kings for 20K. If we want USA fighters, which supports UFC big time, we need to pay them enough so they can make it through the ranks. I hear you. Jason 9 says, for real, give the fighters good money. Not even boxing pays as bad as the UFC. I mean, that's my point exactly, guys. That's my point. Honestly, that should have been the first discussion on the table when the deal was made. Now that we have this $7.7 billion deal with Paramount, how are we going to allocate this, to the fighters? Because it can't be. I mean, the fighters are a real big reason why the UFC is where it is right now. Okay? Because without the fighters, they're not putting on any shows. The UFC is not the Ultimate Fighter. So, I mean, why didn't the media ask anything about sponsorships? The media should have asked these damn journalists that work for big companies. They should have asked, well, Dana, what about sponsors? Back in the day when you guys were on TV with Spike, it wasn't an issue for the fighters to have sponsorships on their shorts. Do you think that'll be a good idea? To bring that back so the fighters can, get paid more? I mean, guys, is that not a far-fetched question for a person who's a journalist and went to college for journalism? That should have been one of the first questions. Sorry. Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to my son, Phil A. She, on his first day of school tomorrow. Congratulations to your son, man. Congratulations to your son. Welcome to your chat. Welcome to your channel. All right. Hopefully he has a great day at school and enjoys himself. MGK, that guy who Strickland almost beat up. Conor McGregor, you mean? Conor McGregor almost beat him up. All right. They had a little MGK. Oh, MGK. Well, yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, well, yeah, he had a problem with Conor McGregor as well. Would you rather get taken by ICE or by Diddy? Um, I'd rather be honestly. I'm just being real with you. If ICE or Diddy came, right? I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind chilling with Diddy. Where are you gonna take me? Because I know for a fact, if there was a physical altercation between me and Diddy, I'm single legging him to a high crotch to a double leg onto the concrete on his head. Okay, and I think that'll be the end of the fight. Honestly, so I honestly don't think Diddy would want any issues. Okay, I know the guy, he knows how to scrap and all that stuff, but he knows nothing about Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I would blow out his knee quicker than what he could blink. Okay, guaranteed. So I'd rather just chill with Diddy. I mean, we could go to the club. You know what I mean? He could introduce me to these fine honeys that he was, having these free calls with. You know what I mean? You feel me? I know them cheeks be clapping when you walk. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, people are weird out there. Let me tell you something, guys. Stop fucking your cousins, okay? Please stop fucking your cousins. Stop the incest, because that shit is disgusting. We have enough retards walking around this earth, and please, guys, get off your asses and get off Section 8. Get off the government assistance. Dana is doing the fighters wrong, Edward. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully with this new deal, with this $7.7 billion deal, hopefully they can move forward and, Dana White can do his due diligence for the fighters. Summer says, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back to your channel. What is your name? ABC Vlog. My name is OE. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. You feel me? What's good? Well, let me tell you something. What's good? I'm good. I'm doing great. Obviously, you're coming in back with this negativity, Jack. You know what I mean? Most likely because you're miserable. Okay, you're miserable. You're most likely broke. Okay, you're most likely one of those who fucks your cousins. It's disgusting. Stop this shit, please. The fighters are the reason guys like McGregor, Anderson Silva, etc., they make the UFC what it is today. Jason Knight, I couldn't disagree with you at all. That's the reason why I made that statement. Okay? The UFC wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for the fighters. Fighters like BJ Penn, GSP, Anderson Silva, even Demetrius Johnson. Okay? Even Demetrius Johnson. I mean, the Randy Couture's of the world. I mean, a lot of these fighters made, UFC great. I wouldn't want to hang out with Diddy. We have nothing in common. Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you. But I like music. I mean, who doesn't like music? I mean, if you say you have nothing in common with Diddy, I mean, the only thing that I could come up with that I have in common with him is most likely music. We could, hey, introduce me to some, some good engineers. Introduce me to some, arena owners. I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of possibilities. Okay, a lot of possibilities. I would sleep you. Well, Jack, you can try. A lot of people like to yap. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to yap, but when they get the call, they don't answer. Okay, they don't answer. You remind me of this person that I was over the phone with, and I swear this person thinks he's a tough guy. He was a grown ass man, about 20-something years old. Okay, bullying high school freshmen. Okay, and I hate to say this, but the guy, he is a true jackass. Okay, he is a true. This is the type of guy that can't even read. All right, this guy can't even read, honestly. And here we go with Jack here, you know what I mean? Just insulting me over and over. Like why? Why you gotta be a bully, man? Nah, let me stop. Don't tell me what to do. Maybe Diddy likes to shoot guns. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Diddy does like to shoot guns. If he likes to shoot guns, maybe we could go shoot guns, do something. I don't know. How you doing? Welcome to your chat, XYGD. Welcome to your channel. It is all good. I personally don't see rap as music. Well, Edward, I wasn't talking about rap. I wasn't talking about rap, Edward. You know what I mean? Uh, I was just talking about music in general. I wasn't talking about rap at all, actually. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, especially with the type of music that P Diddy remixes, he doesn't even listen to rap. I mean, don't get me wrong, he most likely does, but what inspired him wasn't rap. Look at all the songs that he remixed. He remixed his whole catalog is remixes, and go look at them. All right, they're not rap songs. All those songs are like classic R&B, soulful music. You know what I mean? So I wasn't talking about rap. I was talking about music in general. I'm talking about overall music. You know, the Joe Crockers, you know, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, you know, the Santanas. I can go on and on. Okay? Talking about rap. I'm not talking about rap. Kidding, bro. Look forward to press conference. His my new hero. We are friends. LOL. San Antonio. 210. That is what's up, Fly. That is what's up, Fly True. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Thanks for reading. Need a relationship advice. My girlfriend caught me smelling like shit after I cheated, so I confess it was a scat play and just say I shit myself. You know what? I'll tell you what. You know what I mean? Just tell her the truth. Just tell her the truth. Tell her, look, you just don't do enough for me. Okay? Just like how I was sleeping with this female, you know what I mean? I know for a fact you're doing the same. Okay? You are ran through. You are more ran through than a motherfucking New Jersey Turnpike. Okay? All right, just tell her the truth. All right, laying up on her. All right, tell her just the way I'm telling you. Tell her just like this. Okay? You are ran through more than the New Jersey Turnpike. Okay? So I'm done with you. Okay? And guess what? I'm going to start doing the running. Okay? That's what you tell her. And then you move on with your fucking life. Okay? And then you live every day of every second. Okay? Running through bitches. You hear? Like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. But guys, when it comes to this this UFC, you know, new merger with Paramount, I'm happy, man. I'm already subscribed. I am already subscribed to Paramount. I've been subscribed to Paramount for the last 2 years. Okay? And like I said in my last live, now all I have to do is sit back and wait. Wait for all of it to unfold. Because now in 2026, UFC is coming to Paramount. They're coming back home. And I am totally happy about that. No more pay-per-views out the window. Okay? Happy about that. Thank you to the man above, giving us blessings. Let me read some of these comments. I wasn't aware. Thanks. Yes, Edward. Yes. The Spice Girls. Oh, I like the Spice Girls. What are you talking about? The Spice Girls are awesome. Put me in a room with the Spice Girls. Damn, you're right. Uncle says, hi. How you doing, Uncle? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. She will off herself after that, probably. Jason 9, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? You're talking about the female and the man who asked me for advice about the female? I'm sorry. Well, if she offs herself because of that, then I don't know what to say about that, all right? I don't know what to say about that, okay? What's up, brother? Keep up the good work and content, man. Would love to hear your analysis and predictions for the main event this weekend. Well, Taylor, look, let me tell you something, Taylor. I made my UFC fight predictions already. All right, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. I am just the pilot. Okay, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. But look, Taylor, I did make my UFC fight predictions. You can go back in my lives and actually go rewatch it if you are one of those type of people. However, really quick, I'll give you my fight predictions and my analysis really fast now that you're here and you are asking about it. Look, UFC 319 might go down as the best card of 2025. Who do we have to thank for that? First of all, we have to thank Dana White, UFC, Sean Shelby, and Mick Maynard. Okay, those are the people we have to thank for UFC 319. And guess what? I give credit when credit is due. Best card of 2025 by far. All right. All right. With that said, guys, the co-main event is Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Guys, I picked Lerone Murphy to beat Aaron Pico, and here's the reason why. Okay, Lerone Murphy, he's fought UFC caliber fighters. Okay, he's been there and done that. Aaron Pico hasn't been under the UFC banner. He hasn't fought UFC caliber fighters, and not only that, he hasn't gone where the lights shine the brightest, and that is at the UFC. So first, I have to see Aaron Pico succeed with this big test against Lerone Murphy. But I picked Lerone Murphy to beat Pico. And if we're talking about DDP versus Chimaev, the fight that I've been waiting for over a year, DDP is the 2.0 version of Keith Jardine, my guy. Okay? He always finds himself losing for some odd reason. I watch a fight and I tell myself, wow, DDP is losing this fight. And then all of a sudden, DDP fumbles himself into a win. Unbelievable. But he's up against Chimaev, the wolf in that division. He went through Robert Whittaker, the Reaper in that middleweight division, like a freaking knife through butter. I did pick Chimaev to beat DDP. I think Chimaev is going to be a little bit too much for DDP. And I honestly think Chimaev is going to take him down and ragdoll him. But that is my two predictions for the co-main event and main event. Let me see. Hi said yesterday, you should think about Patty versus Sarukian. Your opinion, please. I did. Patty versus Sarukian. Look. I don't know, man. That's a tough call, bro. That's a tough call. It really is. That's a tough call, man. That's something, man, I got to sleep on that 300 times. No, look, I give it to Patty the Batty. I think Patty the Batty will be able to pull it off and tough it out. He's going to get caught. It's going to be a tough fight for him. Most likely one of the tougher fights he ever had. But I think Patty the Batty will be able to pull it off. I'm behind the chat. W said, hi. Josh, welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. UFC in Paramount while Netflix is beating the shit out of what's left of boxing as a respectable sport. Oh, man, I hear you, Jason. I couldn't disagree with you. Pico by KO. LOL, let's go. Jack, you out of your mind. All right, Jack, I expect that from you, to be honest with you. I expect you to pick Aaron Pico, of course. Of course. Pico W, he is the truth. Aaron Pico hasn't fought anybody. What are you talking about? Aaron Pico, go look at his last 4 fights. Can you even remember? If I showed you 4 guys in a lineup, okay, and 2 of those guys fought Aaron Pico, I bet you wouldn't even pick him because you wouldn't know who it is. You wouldn't know who it is, my guy. Guaranteed. The light shining at the UFC. Thought you were going to say the light shining from God on earth. Black Moon, I'm talking about the light shining the brightest when it comes to a company being in the mixed martial arts hemisphere. That's what I was talking about, okay? What about Islam versus Chimaev? You're out of your mind, okay? Tasty Bites, you're out of your mind. Chimaev will take advantage of Islam. Chimaev is too big. All right, he's too big. He's too strong. He'll definitely take advantage of him. Taylor says, appreciate it, man. Subscribe. Thank you so much, Taylor. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Welcome to everything. You hear me? DDP is winning with some Looney Tune shit. Jason 9, you really think DDP is going to win? You really think DDP is going to win via piano dropping on Chimaev's head? Armin kills Patty. Yeah, man. You know, I was just playing around, guys. I was just playing around. All right. I was just playing around, guys. Okay. Armin definitely wins. All right. Armin definitely wins. Okay. I like to I like to stir the pot a bit. Come on, guys. You really think Armin will lose against Patty? All right. You come. Let's be real, guys. Like let's be real. Armin is the guy. Armin is the next contender. Armin should have fought Ilia Topuria before Charles Oliveira. Point blank, period. So yes, Armin will beat Patty. Come on, guys. I'm just fucking with you. Come on. You know Armin for a fact will beat Patty. Uh, good matchup. Gotta go. Gotta go, Armin. Of course. Of course you gotta go, Armin. I want to see Ilya versus Islam. Patty, you want to see Ilya versus Islam? Oh, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Hopefully the UFC puts it on. I want to see DDP win too. I don't know. Patty will bear Justin though. I honestly think Justin Gaethje should retire. I mean, with his tone and the way he's approaching things, the guy should get out of here. Do you like the Beatles? Yeah, I like the Beatles. I like them. They're okay. Des TKO KO. Decision TKO KO. You really. All right, I'll answer it. All right, I'll answer it for you right now. Hold on, I'm way back in the chat real fast. Sorry, I had to go. Look at Yetna. Armin wins. Armin wins most likely by submission. Okay, if I had to give you my true opinion, all right, Armin beats Patty 10 times out of 10. Okay, I was fucking with you when I said Patty will win, against Armin, because in reality, come on, guys, let's be real. Armin beats him by decision, TKO, and KO, and submission. Okay, unless Justin really brings the heat. I don't think Justin will. LOL, it's a tough pick, bro, but I just can't pick Murphy, bro. Decision Merchant. Pico been training with Chimaev. I think he gets it done. Look, Jack. That's why you're here, Jack. You know what I mean? You are the villain of this channel. You know what I mean? You are the villain of this channel, and I appreciate you. You basically go against everything that I pick. And I tricked you. I tricked you guys there. You know what I mean? When I said Patty will beat Armin, I tricked you because now we have we share a pick. We both go with Armin. It shows. How you doing, Garbage? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. My friend just signed for UFC and another fighter fighting Dagestan in a few weeks. Common Lubov. Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations to your friend. Hopefully he's able to pull it off. You hear me? I'm hoping some comes out because I'm struggling right now. Oiler 93. Well, don't worry. Everything is gonna get better. Even if today is a bad day, just remember you got to wake up tomorrow. So make it a good day tomorrow. No, Ilya versus Islam is the fight people want to see. I hear you, but I'd rather watch Armin versus Ilya. That's the fight I want to see. Do you like the Beatles? I like the Beatles. Facts. You see that Connor could be training with Chimaev? I have no idea. Is he? Bruce Lee versus Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Autumn Lobov. What's wrong with Autumn Lobov? What is wrong with that guy, guys? Ilya Topuria will KO Islam at 155. Ilya Topuria will KO Islam at 155. I mean, look, easier said than done. Easier said than done. Okay, piece of time. I don't know how that's possible, but that's easier said than done. Hey, my friend, how you doing, Toby? How are you doing, guys? Islam is getting chinny. Do you really think so? Do you really think so? Go for drinks regularly with him. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Artem Lawbov. Well, I know who he is. You know what I mean? He's definitely not an up and comer, but he's right there. He's a contender. You know what I mean? He's a contender. He's doing some good things in the UFC. So next time you have a drink with him, tell him about OE and tell him that, you know, I'm saying great things about the guy. And has to cut a lot of weight. I'm a boxer. How do I get better? You just train. And I can't tell you because I suck at boxing. I'm just being real. Last time I sparred with someone in just boxing, I got my ass kicked. I literally had to walk into another mixed martial arts gym just to make sure that, I know how to fight. You know what I mean? I didn't forget because holy shit. And just pure boxing, awful. Happened happened to Max at 145 and Charles at 155. Look, I like Ilia Topuria, guys. I like the guy. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. And look, I understand Ilia Topuria has done some crazy things. All right, he's knocked out Max. He's knocked out Volk. And now he's knocked out, Charles Oliveira. I understand that. But no, no. I think you changed your opinion after all of CM was about Armin winning. You can't even hide your smile, but I'm with your second opinion about Armin winning. Nah, man, I'm telling you the truth, man. I'm telling you the honest truth, man. It's just the last time you asked me, I just can't believe you asked me that question. There's sometimes on this chat, people ask me questions, and I just cannot even believe that they're asking me this question. So I just pretend like literally, oh yeah, uh, he'll win. Oh, let me think about this, because in reality, it shouldn't even be a question. Come on, guys. And if you was in the last live, I even mentioned that Armin should be the next guy to get the shot at gold against Ilia Topuria. I even said that. So for you to be asking this question if Paddy the Baddy would beat Armin, how psychotic, guys? How psychotic does that sound? Haha, no problem. I know them all. I trained in SBN Dublin for years. I was ranked in BJJ. Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up. That is amazing, man. That is amazing, Toby. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat, man. Thank you for helping the community out. I appreciate you. I think Armin gonna win too. Of course, I think Armin is gonna win. Guys, come on. Paddy the Baddy against Armin. Armin wins 10 out of 10. And look, guys, the fight that they need to make is Paddy the Baddy versus Justin Gaethje. Get Justin Gaethje packing. Yes, bro. I'm going now. Bye. Subscribe, guys. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you for helping the community, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, there's some big changes. Some big changes coming to the UFC. Some big changes coming to the fans as well. In a positive way, to be honest with you, because the way I look at it, excuse me, I'm glad that they're not moving forward with this pay-per-view model. It gives me it gives me more opportunity to watch the fight at a lesser, at a lesser degree. I don't have to pay $80 and shell out $80 for, pay-per-views that sometimes don't even deserve it. I'm just being real. Some of the UFC Apex fights are sometimes better than what we get at pay-per-views, in the pay-per-view events. Just being real. It just works out that way sometimes. It does. So, get to save some money. I get to watch my favorite sport. I'm excited. I am excited for this. Can you do the thug shaker? The thug shake. Sick display on the back, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Bro, they done jailed my friend embasing for no reason. Praising for well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully, hopefully he's okay and hopefully he gets out of this unscathed. Okay. But yeah, guys, I'm happy that the UFC is making some changes. I'm happy that the UFC is going to Paramount. They're back home. Uh, the big question is, how the fighters, how the fighters are gonna get paid. Is there gonna be any changes to the fighter pay? How is it gonna look when it's televised in Paramount? I'm wondering because I've had Paramount for the last 2 years. I've been subscribed to Paramount for the last 2 years, and I know they have sports on their channel, but I've never watched any sports in Paramount. Like I've never watched any football games or any soccer games or anything like that. So I'm just wondering how is it going to look. And I do understand the UFC is still in charge of the whole, broadcast of things, but still, I just wonder how is it going to look. And I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of changes as well because the Contender Series is still there, and I mean, I didn't hear Dana White talk specifically about the Contender Series. With Paramount, I happen to believe they're not in with that deal. So we got Contender Series and the Ultimate Fighter Show. Most likely the UFC is going to have to put that on UFC Fight Pass. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. The Ultimate Fighter Show is dead. It's dead. All right. I made a live about it, man. I made a live about it. The Ultimate Fighter Show is dead. At first, I thought it was on its last breath. I said we need to pop out our AEDs to save this show. But then after watching 2 to 3 episodes, I got back on the live and I said, okay, guaranteed right now, the Ultimate Fighter Show is on its dying bed. It's not on his last breath. It's on his dying bed. And now, with this new deal moving into Paramount, I honestly think the Ultimate Fighter Show is dead. I think the UFC is going to be gone with it pretty soon. Hopefully not. Hopefully they continue with it because it's a great segue for, mixed martial arts fighter who inspires to be in the UFC. They could definitely, that's a good segue to get into the UFC. So definitely keep the show around for that aspect. But the show is awful. So I just wonder how that's going to look as well. Would it be on UFC Fight Pass? I don't know. We're going to see. Let me read some of these comments before I'm out of here. Grappling is boring. I'm going to have to subscribe to Paramount then. Just Jason9. You're going to have to subscribe. You're going to have to subscribe, yeah? The regular one that I have, I believe I have the regular one with ads is like $8 or something like that. And the one without ads is $12, which once the UFC makes their transition, I'm going to go ahead and get the $12 one just to make the investment, just because why not? I'd rather have, if I could watch a whole UFC event without any ads, okay, I will get on, I will get on my 2 knees and literally scream, okay? Because that's all I want, honestly. ESPN with their "we'll be right back, we're on a commercial break" bullshit. I'm done. I'm done with that. All right, 1,000 commercials in between each fights. I'm done with it. So if I could get Paramount to give me a whole event without ads, commercials, oh my gosh, that sounds like a dream. Okay, I'm totally down. I like your features. You cute. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Just say you're bad at grappling. Damn. Pizza time. Jason 9 just hit you with a low blow. Yo! Mars! Welcome to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Making his one-time appearance once a month, once a week. Here he is, Mars. How you doing? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. I'm actually about to get out of here. All right, but I'll stay on here for just a little longer. We were talking about specifics about Dana White, the UFC, and Dana White making his media appearances and the lack of journalism that's happening out there. Because right now the media, I don't know who comes up with their questions, but they cannot come up with a good question at all. All right. And that was the topic of discussion. And also, we talked about, where would Contender Series and the Ultimate Fighter, if the Ultimate Fighter still is going to be around in 2026, where are those shows going to land? Would it be on, UFC Fight Pass? Because we already know it's not going to be on Paramount. So these are questions. These are questions that needed to be asked. I guess Jason likes that. You get matches on live. I'm telling you, Alex, your mom, Alex, ask your mom how my grappling is. Pizza time hit Jason 9 with a low blow and told him, ask your mom how my grappling is. And look, Pizza time. I think Jason 9 would say, his rebuttal will be, your grappling sucks. Okay? Even my mother beat you. Oh, guys, I love it. I love this. I love this banter, guys. You guys are hilarious. Jason 9, you hilarious. Pizza time, you're hilarious. I appreciate you guys. Since Slap Fight, I don't think you can expect much from Dana. You know what's funny about that? A journalist actually asked the question if Slap was a part of the deal with the UFC. This son of a bitch actually had the nerve to ask that question, and I kid you not, I almost got up from my couch and smacked myself, thinking that maybe he'll feel it. That's how bad I wanted to smack the shit out of that guy asking the question to Dana White. What the hell type of question is that? What makes you think that the UFC and Slap would be entangled in a deal with Paramount? These journalists are fucking awful. Awful. Dana has given up on UFC. I agree. Dana White has given up a long time ago, guys. Okay, a long time ago. Dana White is fully checked out. I said this in my past lives. It's not 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's all the way out, guys. Okay? It's all the way out. And I really hope that the UFC brings back the sponsors. I'm going to die on that hill, guys. I'm going to fucking die there. I'm going to die with a fucking sign, okay, saying, bring back sponsorships. I want to see sponsorships on the fighter shorts. That's what I want to see. I want to see it. 2026, bring it back. Let's go UFC. Slap fighters are better off working minimum wage. Mars, they definitely are better off, working minimum wage. At least at minimum wage, you're not you're not causing your brain CTE. Okay? At least you're not slurring your words. Unbelievable. Journalists are awful. Nothing new, bro, to be honest. Jason 9, I agree with you. I agree with you. The journalists are awful. And it's crazy to me because these are guys who went to college and got a degree in journalism right? And they suck at their job. They absolutely suck at their job. Okay? They basically the motherfucking fluffers in the porn industry. They fucking suck. Conor McGregor, I hope fighter pay grows after Paramount. Conor McGregor, look, let me tell you something. I hope so too. I hope so too. It'll be atrocious if fighter pay stays the same. It'll be atrocious if the UFC bonuses only go up, to 100 grand. Awful, just awful, guys. It should be guaranteed, guaranteed. Not no fucking bonuses. Do something about it, Conor. Damn. McGregor in chat. Yeah, Conor McGregor. He always makes his his weird appearances because he knows for a fact he's trying to threaten me. This is his way of threatening me. He comes on my chat, right? He shows off his name, okay? And this is basically Conor McGregor's way of threatening me because he knows for a fact D. Devlin is on my DMs, okay? She doesn't stop. D. Devlin doesn't stop, okay? All right? And she definitely wants to leave the McGregor business. All right. Had a whole plan about it. We're going to break her free from those chains. Okay. But unfortunately, things went down. And we're here now. We're here now. ESPN deal was $1 billion. This one is 7.7. Fighter pay should double. Look, I agree with you. I agree with you, Conor McGregor. I cannot disagree with you. That's the reason why I'm saying to myself, you have to bring back sponsorships. You have to. Because if you do not have pay-per-view points, and now the fighters have no reason to really, want to be a champion, then you have to bring back sponsorships. You have to. I want to see sponsorships on the fighter shorts. I want to see it. Bring that back. Who the fuck is that guy? That's what Pizza Time says. Dana has to be Jewish for real, for real. Probably thinks that Paramount deal was promised to him 3,000 years ago. I'll give D the Anaconda choke, and she ain't tapping. Damn, Mars. Wow, Mars never goes in like this. Wow. Mars never goes in like this, and he went in, and he went in. Gunter says, love the stream. Just quickly, any tips on how I can get my dad to stop getting super jealous every time my sister and I sleep together? Oh man, that's disgusting, man. That is disgusting. Let me tell you something. You gotta stop the incest. You really have to stop the incest. Okay, that is disgusting. All right. Get yourself off Section 8. Okay, get yourself off Section 8 because that's not gonna last. Okay, and that's what you should do. All Jewish people are rich. These all Alabama motherfuckers. Jason 9. I'm telling you. Stop the incest, please. Dana didn't do shit. It was Hunter Campbell who got the deal. Damn. Conor McGregor going in, giving us the fine detail. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. What are you doing? Support the community. Okay? It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up. You might as well do it. Come on. Sweet home. People have no topics to talk about on live streams anymore. Lily, look. Well, the topic of discussion is UFC. All right, this is your UFC channel. All right, we're talking about Dana White. All right, and his media, him making his media appearances. Okay, that's basically what the topic is. But I'm already 54 minutes in, so now I'm just bantering with the chat. Can we fucking live in this community in peace? Can we fucking live, huh, Lily? Huh? Like what's wrong? Can we just live? There always got to be a damn hater out there to come in the chat and just be like, oh, this and that. If you got nothing good to say, nothing positive to say, then just keep it to yourself, okay? Do me the favor. Save it. Shit. Alabama weirdo. Telling you, Alabama ghetto hillbillies. Tell them, Mystic Mac, your wife in my DMs. That's what I'm gonna say to that motherfucker Poirier. Jason, Jason 9, don't tell me you're still throwing a pity party over that $300 that you betted. Look, if you're betting $300, then you shouldn't be complaining. Okay? That means you're betting with money that you cannot lose. Then you shouldn't be betting. Okay? All right, Jason 9, stop it. Lily, who the fuck is this gal? Before seeing yours, there was a guy from Romania and Bethlehem. Bethlehem showing his dusty cars. 2 teeth missing. All right, Lily. All right, fine, Lily. Maybe you do have a point. Maybe you do have a point when you come into this chat spewing what you spewed. Maybe you did have a point, especially after the point that you just made, that before you came on this chat, there was a man, missing a tooth, showing off his fancy cars. Like, how are you going to be missing teeth and you got fancy cars? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't coincide. It's not a consensus. So, Lily, I see it. I see your perspective, okay? But please, come with positivity into this chat, okay? Come with positivity. Oil up. Bethlehem. Give him that inside. No point. Just common talk. Jesus, you're sour. Well, thank you, Lily. I appreciate it. Is that a minion behind you? Illumination? Yes, it is. He's right there next to red light, green light. Lily, you speak Russian? Do you live stream where you are shadow boxing oiled up? Conor McGregor, there's no way I'm gonna be doing that. Okay, there's no way I'm gonna be oiling up anything for that matter. All right, that's not gonna happen. Okay, guys, that's not gonna happen. The only way you're gonna get me oiled up, okay, is if you could get D Devlin out of my chat, okay? And I already know that's not possible, guys. Okay, I already know that. So the oiling up is not happening. You just seem to search for replying on every comment. You tell me to come with positivity, but you're being mean about every word. Every word, bruh. Well, Lily, look, let me tell you something. I'm guessing you've been on this chat for the last maybe 5 to 6 minutes since the last time I read your first, your first chat that you actually spewed on this channel. So you must be, you're 5 minutes in. You're 5 minutes in on this channel. You know what I mean? You're 5 minutes in on this chat. So right now, usually after the 30-minute mark, we start talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related. Okay? And that's really and usually what I say. So you coming in 5 minutes into the chat thinking that you know what you're talking about, you don't have a clue. Okay? You don't have a clue. Have a great week, everyone. You too, Lily. You have a good one. Okay? Blessings to you. And thank you for spewing what you spewed on my chat, on this community. We appreciate it. Jack, Lily with a W, give us a tour of the fridge. Well, that's a little weird. Why would you want to see my fridge for? That's a little weird, man. You know what I mean? That's like saying, let me see your boxers. I want to see you in your drawers. That's just a little too much right there. You know what I mean? Like, why do you want to see what I'm eating? What do you want to see inside my fridge? You know what I mean? Man, people are not only pocket watchers, but they're fridge watchers as well. They want to know what you're eating. They want to know your lifestyle. They want to know everything about you. You know what I mean? These guys want to suck your dick if they can. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lily Chimaev is going to ragdoll and submit DDP in round 1. Good luck. Good luck with that one, Jack. Though those two are not anomalies. Lily came to get butt hurt. Well, Mars, look, I don't know. I don't know why people bother. You know what I mean? I can never find myself going into somebody's chat and spewing hate. I can never do that. I don't know how people, continuously do that. And I mean, it seems weird to me. You know what I mean? It really does seem weird to me, to be honest with you. Till this day, there's a couple people that I owe ass whippings to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And I pray every day that I don't see them. Because I know guaranteed, if I was to see them, ass whippings will be delivered. Okay? Guaranteed. Okay, do the freezer first. I'm building a church in the name of Dana and Dana's birthday. All of the worshipers will oil up in his honor. That is crazy. That is crazy. Do not mock God. Ain't nobody mocking God, man. And most likely, people who say don't mock God, most likely are the ones mocking him. You know what I mean? They probably have like a fat father who's like 500 pounds. You know what I mean? Just eats like a fucking pig. Walks around at 600 pounds. You know what I mean? Like you must be people who say don't mock God. They literally must have fathers who are like 400 or 500 pounds. Literally. You know what I mean? And they must be fake ass church getters. You know what I mean? Those fake ass fucking people. When in reality they're fake as fuck. Coming from a family who sells drugs, house was raided. No good people. Honestly, no good people. Low lives, lower than low. You know what I mean? So save it. What do you drink for caffeine, bro? Life, and money. Okay. I can see the hate in your heart. What? Oh my god. Oh man. They probably are the dealers of the place. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. I'm just being real, man. I call it as I see it. Trust me, I've seen it before, man. I've seen it before. Okay? These fake church go-getters, you know what I mean? That they swear they praise God. All right. But in reality, they come, like I said, they come from a background where they never were good people. All right. They always have been fake all their life. You know what I mean? And you know, they're always gonna get the wrong side of the bed. Always. Because they're always doing bad shit, thinking that karma isn't gonna come for them. These motherfuckers don't learn. Honestly, they don't learn. They just look at life and be like, oh, that's just life. When in reality, bro, it's karma. You do bad shit, karma's coming for you. Okay? These religious mother thinking that they're better than everyone else. No, I'm not gonna say religious motherfuckers, right? I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say fake religious motherfuckers. I'm gonna say fake religious motherfuckers. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm telling you, these fake religious motherfuckers, I'm telling you, they come from a background where I'm telling you their father is probably 500 pounds. Their mother talks with a lisp because she sucks so much dick. Okay, and not only that, but their mother is probably a lesbian. Okay, that's the background that they're coming from. Okay, and not only but their house most likely got raided. Okay, because they were drug infested. Okay, this is the fake ass motherfuckers that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That's them. I guarantee it. They're YouTube live missionaries. Everybody coping like this guy. Taylor, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let's talk MMA. Yeah, definitely. Let's talk MMA because they're trying to take this channel over. All right, the haters are trying to take this channel over. We can't let them. All right, we can't let them. All right, these these animals. But going back to the topic at hand, guys, the UFC is making a lot of changes, man, and I'm excited for these changes. I really am. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we have journalists out there that are not asking the right questions to Dana White in media day because the questions that needed to be asked, they weren't asked, unfortunately. All right. But we here. Dean, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Dean, what is going on? How are you doing? How are you doing and where you been? All right. Where have you been? You look like you smell good. I most likely do. I most likely do. You know what I mean? I mean, it's been a long day, but I most likely do smell good. All right. I most likely do smell good. But yeah, guys, it's been um it's been a hell of a week, man. You know, first it was UFC 319. You know, and then now with this big announcement on the verge of UFC 319, everything just collided all together. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. UFC, Paramount, new deal. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how moving forward with this new model. We're gonna see how it affects everything. But I'm excited. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. But anyways, guys, you already know what it is. I appreciate you guys. And I'm most likely going to go live again. Most likely tomorrow. We're going to see. We're going to see if any more breaking news happens. Because you already know what happened in my last live. And the live before that one when I was making my UFC fight predictions. Right before I got off, I said, guys, I cannot wait for UFC 319. It's going to be a hell of a week. And then literally we woke up to this, UFC and Paramount deal. So we're going to see how the rest of the week kicks off. I'm hoping UFC 319 stays intact. Nobody gets sick. Nobody gets hurt. DDP Chimaev, they make it to the main event. Let's go, guys. Bless to everybody. Cheers. Like and subscribe. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Until next time.